Welcome back, and today we're gonna talk about probably the most inconvenient part of the puzzle because we're gonna talk about the clock set. I've had so much trouble solving this because the first thing is where to start and what is this set about, because there were so many assumptions and we were also thinking about a lot of stuff that could be a part of it, but yeah, it turns out it's something completely different. And actually, it is kind of obvious, but you need to know what you're looking for and you kind of need to understand the hints that are given. And this is not as easy as you might think at first glance. But if you are new to the channel, this channel is dedicated to the researcher's first murder. A murder mystery puzzle written by John Finnemore, and we try to solve it on this channel. And step by step, I'm gonna guide you through everything that I solved. Maybe I just post some questions that I have. Maybe we can solve a part of it together. And today we're gonna talk about the clock set, which is looking like this. So maybe I just start describing what we have. We have 10 cards, and they all kind of fit together to form 5 clocks, and these 5 clocks all have something written on them. So the golden one has like which first, there's how fast written in red, there's what's next, which way, and starting where. And you might think that this will help you, and it will, but it isn't like as direct as you might guess. Also some trivia, I think I just mentioned it in a video before, but if you look closely on the golden watch, there's kind of this millimeter paper, so yeah, kind of a structure, and then there's this white area. Don't think you can see it, but yeah, this white area shouldn't be there. But it doesn't matter, we need to get something measured. That's what it says, basically. And of course, there are gonna be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't solved it yet, or if you're in the process, just kind of step out of the video as soon as you feel like you're getting spoiled too much. But for me, it was very helpful to have someone helping me, and there was a very friendly user on Reddit. His name is like written here. Without his help, I probably haven't solved it yet, because there are some tweaks and things you need to consider to get the right solution, because beforehand I just got very weird solutions for it. And always keep in mind that we are looking for several parts of an address. We have already some parts of the address solved in the other sets, but yeah, just maybe this helps you solving all the sets if you're looking for, okay, we already have this part of the address and we need to get this part of the address, and what could be a possible solution that might help shape the right format. For the other sets, I have the feeling that I could kind of describe what you need to do without spoiling too much, but for this set I think I need to spoil a lot, because otherwise it's not comprehensive. The first thing you need to do, because that's kind of the baseline to understand what's going on with this set, is solving the green clock. And you've got something written on there, it's wild laughter à Paris, which is like, okay, it's weird because there's also a typo, because the R and the E at the end of laughter is kind of turned around and twisted. So this is very important. And this will be a part of another puzzle, of another set. You need to kind of connect à Paris to wild laughter. And if you look, I think there's a comedy club or something like that in Paris. That's what's coming up if you search it. But it has nothing to do with it. And our first theory was, because of the background you have, it's like the star system, Milky Way, whatever, that you need to find a star constellation or something like that, because the pointy end of the hands is like pointing at something. But actually you need to, spoiler, translate it. After you have the translation, it's word by word, and then you just combine the two words. You need to flip the last 2 letters, and it will give you a name of a person that you might know from school or even university, because for me it was part of my university. And unfortunately, you need to do some math for this puzzle, which is why it is inconvenient, and which is why I didn't like it as much. Although I'm very good at math, but yeah, it's something that I didn't want to do. But don't quit here, because there's so much help in the internet, and there are so many tools that could help, and you can solve this without doing any math. It's kind of very easy, but I'll show you how I first tried it and what I think is the best way to do it. So we solved kind of the main part for the green one, so we take the next one, which is the golden one. The order doesn't matter for now, it will be important for later, but let's just do what I said. We need to measure things, and it's very important to get the hand of the clock and just measure from the center to the end. Do this for all the 5 clocks, and you have the second value, or the second thing that you need. And you will ask yourself, what am I doing here? And this card will explain it. It is written epic motorcycles on it, which is kind of weird, because why do you need epic motorcycles? But if you look closely, you get the C right in the middle, and it's kind of an intersection. And if you just leave out the motor, it will give you, in combination with the name that you already have from the green clock, it will give you the exact thing you need to do. And this is where I need to spoil another part. It's about epicycles. That is basically like a combination of circles that are... I cannot explain it. I'm very good at math. That's a method to mathematically draw something. So we need to draw something using epicycles with a formula that will pop up in the cards, because there are so many values that you need. Some are pretty hard to guess because they weren't like in your face as other puzzles. But yeah, we just go step by step through it, and we'll look for all the values you need. What else do you need? You also need the highest number on each clock. It is important to calculate the frequency or the angle speed. I'm very good at math. This is the frequency that is used for the angle speed, and that's very important to draw the shape we want to get. You also need to measure the angle of the clock. And that's where I made a huge mistake, because I was just like, okay, I need to measure from the top. But no, start your measurement from 3 p.m., then go round the clock and measure what you have. I don't want to dive too deep into math, so just get the formula from the internet. It's very easy, and there are so many tools that can kind of do the calculation and everything. So you just need to put in the values, and it will draw everything you need. Very important, your angles need to be in radians, not in degrees, because the calculation is based on radians. And there are 2 more things that you need to consider, and the first thing is the order of the clocks. It starts, I'm gonna spoil that, with a golden one, and from there you just kind of need to look at the pointy end, and it will show you a color, and this is always the next one. And you can also see it if you kind of lay them on top of each other. They will kind of fit, and you see that probably the green one is lying on the white one, etc. This is important because it's not from the biggest circle to the smallest, it's like it has this specific order. And while looking at the clocks, you might see that 2 of them are mirrored horizontally. So you need to have this in mind, because then you get a minus in front of the angle speed, just to calculate everything. Now, how did I solve it? I first started by doing some programming. I didn't do it myself. I just wrote to ChatGPT what I need to do, and it was quite accurate. You can use Google Colab, which can be used to run code, and that was quite easy actually. So you could use that. There are other tools, I might link them down below in the description, that will help you as well, but it's more manually then. One tool that I used was confusing me, because you need to check that the circles are fully drawn. You'll see that if the shape is fully closed, or if it's like, if there are 2 endpoints. If you have 2 endpoints, your circles aren't drawn completely. So it will help to kind of extend the period of drawing. Because I had the right solution, but it wasn't fully drawn, so I couldn't see it, and then it was obvious. That's kind of the basic things you need to know. I won't spoil the final solution, as always, because I think there's still a little fun in solving and discovering it. It's gonna be a very easy shape, and you're gonna recognize what you have, but it was a pleasure once I finished it, and I don't want to do it again. That's the clock set. I'm very happy that we've completed it. and that we have the solution for it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We've reached 40 subscribers, which is great. Maybe we can do 50 by the end of the year. There will be some more videos. I need to cover another set, probably the Dümmer Galerie set. And then we have the text sites as well. We've got the drawings, the Blind Love set. Oh, there's so much more. I got some comments on Reddit saying thank you. So I love the discussion. If you need help, just reach out and I try to help you as much as I can and as soon as I can. And maybe I don't even have the solution and we can just kind of stick together in the mud. But yeah, never mind. Leave a comment down below. Which set do you want to see next? Or even do we need to start Kane's Jawbone as well? Because I want to do it kind of like a parallel topic in the future and talk about that, because that puzzle is fully solved by me. But that's it for today. Bye.